What up, YouTube? This is your boy Liga, one half of an N Duo, and this is the breakdown episode 3. As I've basically talked about in the end of Nintendo Haterade video. If you need to check it out because it was a really good video. I think you guys should, give a little view of it and see what I'm talking about. But this is basically talking about the one weakness that all consoles have, even PC. And everybody keeps on arguing this point, and I don't understand it, but it's just something that we have to live with. Everybody's arguing nonsense. So this is a response video to everybody, to a Nintendo fan, to an Xbox fan, to a PlayStation fan, to a PC elitist, to a retro gamer, to a modern gamer, to a hardcore gamer, to a casual gamer, to mobile, to handheld, online multiplayer, to single player, to the YouTubers who make videos about gaming, to the Let's Play YouTubers, to the subscribers of those guys, and the keyboard warriors who follow that stupid notion of I'm a fan of this person and not a fellow gamer. To every single person out there, this is a response to you guys, the weakness of every console. So let me start off with listing a bunch of facts that can be proven 100% true, and end it with the simple weakness of every console. Fact number 1: there's no perfect game out there. I said it every time at the end of my video. There's no such thing as a perfect game. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. There's no game out there that's perfect. Every game has a flaw. All right, and everybody who sees something different will see something different. Fact 2: there is no perfect console or PC gaming rig, if you want to put it in there. Never been perfect. Every one of these things who plays games has a flaw, from the Atari all the way up to the 8th generation, and everything beyond that's going to have a flaw as well too. Not even PC gaming, every gaming rig has a problem as well too. There's no perfect out there when it comes to that situation. Fact 3: there's no perfect gaming library. Is there highly accredited? Yes. But there's no perfect one out there, because every gaming library has shovelware. Every gaming library has reviews of games, even of the same genre. Shooting has genres that have horrible reviews because it was a horrible game because people wanted to jump on it. Same thing with racing, same thing with fighting, same thing with everything. Every console has shovelware. Every console has low scores. Every console library is not perfect. Fact number 4: there is always going to be a drought. They had a drought again from Atari up to now. Let me put it this way: next generation, if there's a generation 9, there's gonna be a drought for the Xbox, the Nintendo, and the PlayStation. There's always gonna be a drought, because it all relies on that one fact that always gonna bring one weakness that brings everything back down. There's always gonna be a drought. Every console had a drought. No console is above that. And last but not least, the fact that makes all these facts that I'm pointing out, basically the origin, or should I say the alpha of these things, is 1: preference. That's the weakness of each and everything out there. Preference, okay? That's why I never argue people's preference. You like what you like, you buy what you buy. Why would I argue somebody out of what they buy or what they want to buy? That to me is an ignorant fact to put on somebody, or try to push this on somebody to argue that point. Because of preference, that's the weakness not only of gaming, of anything that's mass produced. Anything that's mass produced. That's the weakness. That's why you people out there who argue this point sound stupid to me. Alright? And ignorant. No ifs, ands about that. That's a fact, because you're arguing somebody's taste. Look, preference is something that's built into our human DNA. We like what we like, we buy what we buy. That's the reason why we buy the shampoo that we use, the car that we drive, the cell phone that we talk on, the plan that we use for said cell phone, the house where you are living in or apartment where you're living in, the cereal that you eat, the school that you go in most cases, the job that you work, the degree that you're looking for, even down to the toilet paper that you wipe your butt with, is preference. That's why we are different. That's why mass production thing always sells good sometimes and don't sell good sometimes because of preference. All right. So yes, I take up my cause. Don't argue preference. If somebody likes something and they're proving that they like it, hey, say, hey, you know what? I enjoy that you like that game. That's good. I enjoy my game as well. But that's the weakness of everything gaming out there. That's the one weakness that nobody could argue, because you might not like it, but I like it. One man's treasure is the next, and one man's trash, the next man's treasure. That saying has been going on for years, for ages, and that's the truth right there. Now, since I just dropped down preference, and you people, let me drop down also a next set of facts that's been annoying to me, because I've seen this by a lot of people saying this, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Here's the next thing that you guys talk about. Everybody's always saying, well, hey, you're a Nintendo fanboy. You guys don't have Nintendo Wii, you don't have the gaming library. You don't have a large gaming library. What are you talking about? You guys, all you guys have is these Nintendo games. You don't have a large gaming library. What are you talking about? See, the problem is right there, you didn't set accredited, which right now at the point, they are more credited games on the Wii U than the other consoles. But that's not the point I'm trying to put down there. The fact is, you said large. You said large, not varied, large. Let me help you out with something there, young man. Nintendo Wii U and the 3DS to a point as well, but I'll break down the Wii U, and the 3DS falls to that point. Nintendo Wii U has the biggest gaming library of out of any consoles ever. Other than the Retron and everything, that the Retron 5 and stuff like that. The reason why? Because everybody keeps on forgetting a lot of things about the Wii U, and that's where also goes to the stupid argument of there's a drought. No, you want to play the new shiny stuff all the time, that's your preference. But you cannot argue the fact that there are a ton of games that's on a Wii U. So let's go from the inception to now about the Wii U game. Now let's go through the whole library, as we should say. Okay, first, you have the Wii U games itself. We have first party, second party, third party. You have Mario 3D Land, first party. You have Hyrule Warriors or Bayonetta, second party, because they were published exclusively by Nintendo for their console. And then you have third party. You have Batman Armored Edition, Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge. You have Black Ops 2. Then you have the indie games that are download only. PC had this advantage all the time, but you know, it's on the Wii U as well, and also other consoles have it. You have games like, you know, Shovel Knights, Wooden Sensei, Nano Assault Neo. Those games are good games that people are playing right now and enjoying. And that's the indie market right now is making a revival on all consoles. But let's get into now the other thing now that makes it different. 3. You have Nintendo exclusive downloadable. PlayStation has this. I give them that. PlayStation have this. Xbox One used to have it, but they have a small fraction of it now. But Nintendo also has the big one, which they make a lot of money off of, because a lot of people always disregard those games like Pushmo, Crashmo, Stealth 2, Shantae the Pirate's Curse, Art of Balance, Armadillo. All those games are good games. Some of those are exclusive to Nintendo. Some of those are basically made by Nintendo's in-house games. So when you buy like Crashmo, it's 100%. It's a new IP by Nintendo, and you got 100%. They get 100% money back from you when you buy it digitally. And of course, the one thing, which is two categories in one, that a lot of people keep on talking about and keep on forgetting, is backwards capability. You have set over 7 years of Wii gaming library that you could add on to your Wii U. Because I know no matter how avid a gamer you are, you have not played every single game out there that was good. And I mean, in my point of view, I mean good. It ain't great, but good. Again, you got Muramasa Demon Blade. If you want RPG, you have Arc Fantasia. If you want a good matchup between sword and gunplay, Red Steel 2. And No More Heroes. You got many games to add on that you can play on your console right now for no problem. Once you buy the game, you're free to own. Ain't no digital library that it could be taken away from you if the time ever comes and stuff like that. No. And of course, you forgot the virtual console. You could play games from back from Super Mario Brothers, Zelda Link to the Past, all the way up to, again, DS games, as like or Game Boy Advance games like Metroid Fusion. So they have the biggest library of games bar none. If you say game library, make sure you know what the words that you're saying. They have the biggest game library, again, bar none. That's 100% proven fact by the 3 consoles. That Nintendo Wii U has the largest console gaming library out of anybody. But again, this is not to stab at anybody to say the PlayStation is bad or the Xbox One is bad. No. You see, what we need to do now is talk about facts. As I've pointed many times about sales and profit, and where you can go find the true links about that stuff, preference is something that we need to get a grip and hold of. There are many people out there, like I said in my Nintendo hatery, that sold their consoles because they didn't think it felt what they wanted in their console. And that's cool, that's their preference. I never argue the points. The point I'll argue to any of those people who are still making YouTube videos, and they are, if you sold your console, you should shut the hell up now and talk about the console of your choice. If you was a Nintendo, if you was a Sony guy and you bought a Wii U and you didn't like it, okay, you sold the console, that's a good thing. Now you should be out there making videos. Wow, this game coming out for PlayStation is gonna be good. This game on Vita is good. This game is this. That's all you should be talking about. Why you talk about negative stuff about something else that you don't have the preference, or should I say, have the fact to back it up because you don't play it as much as before? You sold it. That's a good point. We happy that you did. That's the thing about preference. You buy what you buy. You like what you like. Okay, that's all this video is all about. So that was a simple breakdown. This time I didn't do it with no background, as much background as before. Hope you guys are happy for that. So I got back in my studio and started recording some of the stuff. But anyway, like I always said at the beginning, and I must always say all the time, there's no perfect game out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is perfect to you. Simply play your game.